everybody, this is GGB and co-host Poppers, and today I'm recording this on Friday night, so very last minute. I'm hoping I'm going to have it up in time, so let's get straight into this. As you know, this is the college football video. Oh wait, one second. One thing to do before I start. I'd like to give myself props. I'm going to bow. Because I'm 3-0 straight up in my Thursday night football picks, which is, I gotta say, pretty good. I'm good at picking Thursday night football games. Yay! Pop, pop. I am good at it. Yay! Pop, pop. Anyway, she's going to sleep through this episode today because she doesn't have to pick against the Jets. She's mentally worn out after watching her Jets blow the game against the Broncos. But anyways, let's get into it. 5 games, remember. We have 3 really good games, 1 upset, and a lock. So, remember the lock has to be 14 points. Okay. So let's just start with the first game that I think is going to end up being really good. And it's Texas A&M and Alabama. I think it's going to end up being a really good game, a really strong game that we could end up seeing upset, but I don't think it's like. So here's the thing: I really think Alabama's a good team, and is probably the team that's going to come out of the SEC this year. Although I'm still hanging on hope for Florida. I really think Florida has a shot this year of going into the SEC, and they look like I don't know. They're my SEC favorites. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I think Florida's really has a shot at going in here and getting this. What am I saying? Jimbo Fisher was hired at Texas A&M for one thing and one thing only. It's to compete in the SEC East. This is a big game for him. If he doesn't win it, we're going to start to see talks about Jimbo Fisher being fired, I guarantee you. This is Jimbo Fisher's chance. He has to go and beat Alabama. Fortunately for him, I don't think he does. I do think he covers the 17.5 points that Alabama's favored by, though. Okay, so let's go on to my next game. This is my lock, actually. And ever since that first week, I've gone 2-0. I got the SMU game right, and I got Florida right last week. So those, I can't pick Florida State, I can't pick Florida, and I can't pick Georgia Tech. I mean Florida State, because I got that one wrong. So this is going to be my lock of the week. UNC at Boston College. I get it, Boston College is playing better this year, but UNC looks like such a great football team. I don't see how UNC ends up losing this game. They look so good. I don't know. I don't think Boston College is that good. This is going to be my lock of the week. There weren't a lot of strong options this week, which is why I'm going to end up taking this one and hoping, praying really, that we don't end up. I don't end up messing that up. Anyways, this is the game I'm most hyped about, and not a lot of people, I bet, are as hyped about this game as I am. But Memphis at SMU, and if you didn't watch the SMU-Memphis game last year, it was insane. It was one of my favorite games of the year. So many scoring. It was so good. It was so much fun watching it, which is really why this is my game of the week. I really think anyone who doesn't have it on the radar should just get it. Go watch it. It's just it's so much fun. That rivalry, it's heating up again, and this is going to be the best game of the weekend, in my opinion. And we're going to see so many points scored. It's going to be such a good game. And whoever wins this game is probably inside the top 25 next week. And Memphis is already 25, but that's fringe. I think SMU, I'm going to pick SMU, even though Memphis is favored by 2.5 points here. And let me explain you why. Number one, SMU gets home field advantage. And as slim as that is, it actually can help a team. Number 2, SMU has the leading passer, I think, in passing yards, in Shane Buechele, one of the best quarterbacks in the NCAA, in my opinion. And they have the second leading rusher in the NCAA. We're going to see a high explosive offense. Now, Brady White in that Memphis offense, I also expect to be a very high scoring game. So I'd take the over on this one if that helps anyone. Anyways, that's that game. 2 more. Auburn at Georgia. This is going to be a great game. And it's not going to be my upset, although it's going to be. It was definitely close to being my upset. Auburn at Georgia. Georgia somehow favored by 6.5, which I watched Auburn against Kentucky, and I thought, that team looks good. And I watched Georgia against Arkansas. I'm like, how are you not beating Arkansas? It's Arkansas. I mean, I understand Auburn. They were playing Kentucky. Kentucky's a good football team. Arkansas is not. It's really that simple. They're really bad. I don't understand it. I really hope Georgia's going to win, but I just don't see it happening. I think Auburn's going to go to Athens and end up pulling off the upset, even though it's not that big of an upset. Anyways, this is my upset of the week, and it's Oklahoma at Iowa State. And I understand. There's a lot of... I was debating, going back and forth with this game. I think it's going to be an extremely good game, and if you should definitely record it, like, for sure. Like, I'm recording a lot. I'm pretty good at games this weekend, because I'm not going to have time to watch them live, because I'm going to be studying for a test. Fun. Anyways, there's a lot of reasons why I like this game. Oklahoma looked bad against Kansas State, but I got to give Kansas State credit. What a game. They went into there to Oklahoma. They pulled off the upset. I think Chris Kleiman has some kind of cheat code, because he's 2-0 with Kansas State against Oklahoma, the biggest team in the Big 12. If you can figure out how to beat other teams, K-State, I think you might be playoff caliber. I mean, like, wow. I mean, if you can beat Oklahoma every year consistently, or even, like, some years consistently, you're suddenly a playoff contender. You're, like, in there with Texas. It's just insane. I think K-State might be. They're making their way back up into that top tier of Big 12 teams. Anyways, I don't think Spencer Rattler looked that good. I mean, it's not like I'm like, woo, Iowa State looks great. No, I just don't think both these teams are going to play very well. But I just think the quarterback, if you look at the quarterback position, Iowa State's is so much better. Rattler is just looked bad last game. I just really think that Iowa State has a chance of pulling off this upset. And if this happens, Oklahoma's out of the playoff picture, and suddenly this is Texas's division to win, which is insane to think about it. Texas will now become the favorite in the Big 12. And then you're looking at Oklahoma State, too. Those are the two teams you're looking at to possibly make the playoff berth for the Big 12. So, anyways, I think that's an insane... There's only one other game, in my opinion, worth watching this weekend. I mean, you can take if you're really interested in watching, it might be a good game, but probably no playoff implications. You got K-State, Texas Tech at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. I guess it'd be 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, I mean, that game's going to be good, probably. I don't really care. Baylor, West Virginia game's the same way. If you really want to watch a game, no playoff implications. I mean, there's enough good games that might have playoff implications. Anyway, South Carolina at Florida. I'd like to point out South Carolina pulled off the upset against Georgia last year. Almost beat Tennessee. I don't think they're going to end up winning this game, but again, Florida's 18-point favorites, and South Carolina likes beating highly ranked teams that are favored by a lot of points. I think South Carolina could easily come in here and sneak off with the upset, but honestly, I think Florida's going to end up pulling it out at the end, but I do think it's going to be a close game. I think South Carolina's going to make it very close. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Those are my 5 picks and an extra 5 and 1. Anyways, Pup really doesn't want to do this today. This is GGB and Ghost Bubber saying adios, amigos.